Hello and welcome everybody to another Final Fantasy draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at, that's right, we have hit Mythic. We are Mythic 96 off the back of 3 trophies in a row. The last one being a really solid Dimir control deck. We had a bit of a rough start, but we were able to turn things around and that was one of my more satisfying trophies, I'm going to say, in this very young Final Fantasy season so far. All right, but anyways, let's make it 4 in a row here, hopefully, and chip away at our ranking. Now, before we head into this draft, just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy some booster boxes of Final Fantasy, or you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, pioneer, or commander deck, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Additionally, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want really high quality deck boxes, playmats, they got a new line of sleeves to check out as well. They are the place to go. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Additionally, they're going to be at MagicCon this weekend. So if you go to MagicCon, swing by the booth, tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. We've been getting pretty lucky with opens. Can we make it another good open? Wow, this is a good pack though. We open Arden and we open Jill. Balthier and Fran is a 3-mana 4/3 reach creature. There's like no vehicles in this set, so it's just not. What's funny is I actually opened like one of the few vehicles in the set in the Regalia. 4 mana for a 4/4 haste. When this attacks, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land. Put that card onto the battlefield tapped and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. That's kind of, I mean, for a vehicle, that gets you value, but also there's Overkill and Summon Fenrir. This is one of the best uncommons in the set so far. I'm going to take Summon Fenrir. I think I want to try playing with this card. We've been drafting some blue control decks, so I want to just try drafting a nice green deck. And I'm not sold on the Regalia, and I really haven't been able to play with this card that much either. All right, moving on to pack 1 and pick 2. The commons are all pretty underwhelming. Like, if I'm blue-red, Sahuagin's fine. Revelation is just okay. Yeah, the commons are quite bad, but there is an Ignis Scientia. And there's also Tifa Lockhart. I think Tifa Lockhart's just bad. Like, maybe there's some kind of combo deck you can use to play with her in other formats. And, you know, being somebody who grew up playing Final Fantasy VII, you know, I will have an affinity towards anybody from Final Fantasy VII. But I think starting the draft off with Fenrir and Ignis seems amazing. And I haven't drafted a blue-green based value towns deck yet. So why don't we potentially get started here? And wow, another pack with a bunch of great uncommons. 4 really solid uncommons along with the Dragoon's Wyvern. But there's Vanille, which I think looks really nice in a blue-green shell. There's also Ilmeg Pixie. And there's also Side Quest Hunt the Mark, which might potentially be the best card here. But given that I took the Ignis, I think it's just close enough where I probably should take the Pixie or the Vanille. And I think I'd rather take the Vanille here. I think blue-green often is going to be looking to get value out of cards in the graveyard. And the Pixie is also a really good card, but I've been drafting a lot of blue. Oh, there's also Vane's Treachery, and wow, yeah, this pack is amazing. But if I want to play the Ignis, yeah, why don't we go ahead and take the Vanille here and see if maybe... Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to take Cloud of Darkness here. And the nice thing about this is we're still a green base, and we can either splash Cloud of Darkness, maybe splash Ignis, although I'd probably just like rather splash Cloud of Darkness, but that is one of the best uncommons in the set as well. So we're starting out the draft really nicely with just like 4 premium uncommons, which is great. Chocobo Kick, obviously also a really good interactive spell, but loving this. This is a, oh wow, I didn't actually realize that this is a legendary creature. Okay. Man, these packs are just loaded. Like, I've had some bad packs before. Look at this pack. There's Lock Cole, which I actually don't, it's a good card, but on like if on the splash, if I'm 3 colors, I don't think I care too much for. White Auracite is also a really good removal spell, but for us, you know, Crossroads Village also very good, obviously. It's really between Vane's Treachery and Town Greeter. And, you know, I think Vane's Treachery is good, but I'm actually, I'm not sure which one to take here. I'm going to actually take the Town Greeter here. Wow, this pack's really good. Only because I feel like Vane's Treachery is a good removal spell, but I don't know if I'm going to be base black, green, or blue, green. And all I know is I am for sure green, and then we're just kind of figuring the rest out. And I think this is just going to be a really nice card to go in this deck. And now I'll take Combat Tutorial. Edgar, King of Figaro is a really nice payoff if you're the blue-white artifacts deck. But Combat Tutorial, you know, if I'm just going to be like a blue-green deck, is just always going to be a very, very solid card. So let's take that and see what the rest of the packs provide. And wow, that is a late Ultros. I'm going to take it, although I will say this is certainly much better in blue-red and blue-black, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to take it. It's still a solid 2-drop, and it doesn't require that many solid 4-mana spells for this to actually just be good. So let's take this. And it does seem like blue's open. Like, Ultros should not be coming around pick 7. So I'm very happy with the picks that we've made so far, because things seem to be working pretty well for us. And now I will take a Rydia's Return. You know, with some self-mill stuff, getting something to get something, getting a spell to get something back from the graveyard is really nice. And additionally, it also does trigger the Ultros, which is pretty cool. So pretty happy about this so far. Now we can just maybe look for some mana fixing here. That would be good. And the black certainly seems to be dying out here. Now there's Ice Flawn and Geisel greens. I don't really care for the Balthier. Do I want the Flawn or the greens? I guess I don't. The Flawn's like whatever. I'll take the greens, although I don't really love the greens. Like, I'll play it just because I might have to. Although in this type of deck, it's probably better than Sahagin. So let's take the greens here. I mean, green is absurd. Oh, there's a Vane's Treachery, pack 1, pick 11. I don't really care for Bard's Bow. I guess black-green is where I need to be. I'll take a Blitzball here in case I need some fixing. Wow. There's a Retrieve the Esper, which is not as good in this type of deck, but okay. I mean, this is exciting. It's just I need to try to figure out my colors here is the thing. And now, okay. So, like, do I go 4 colors here? Gladiolus Amacita is absurdly strong. I don't really think I care too much for another Rydia's Return. And the other consideration here is like an Ice Magic, which is fine. I just don't necessarily know what my second color is going to be. All I know is I'm green. I'm taking Gladiolus. All right. Let's look for some mana fixing now, because we are taking some really powerful cards. Torgal, a Fine Hound, is probably one of the best uncommons we can find here. Although, hold on, what does this get? A basic land card. Yeah, I mean, this is looking awesome. Torgal, literally the perfect card for our deck. Maybe we table the Vane's Treachery again. Guado Solemn here as well. I guess if I flashback Geisel greens, the Ultros becomes better. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is the land that I don't care for. Yeah, I'm not going to take that. All right, so this is probably a decent pack to actually take a land. There's nothing that really stands out to me. Like, Dreams of Lagoon is fine. Phaidon is okay, but I already have Vanille and Rydia's Return to get stuff back. So I do think this is probably a really good opportunity to take one of these towns. And it does... Do I want the Village or the Treno? I think given that I'm going to be 4 colors, I'll take the Crossroads Village here. And it's possible I actually just end up in Jund, in which case I might not even want the Treno. So let's go ahead and do that and see where this goes. Moving on here to pack 2, pick 4. We are doing some light self-mill stuff, you know, with the Town Greeter. I don't know. Like, if I end up in black-green, the Diamond Weapon certainly becomes a lot better. But I'm not super committed to this, and my top end is already pretty strong. I think I'm actually just going to eat my vegetables here and take another Crossroads Village and just make sure that I can shore up my mana here. I feel like I'm not going to have a shortage of playable cards. And, oh man, I have lots of legendaries. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, Blitzball actually seems pretty good here. It ramps me, it gets me mana fixing that I need, and I can cash it in a lot, or very frequently, given my setup here so far. All right. Rydia, I don't really care on the splash, or care for on the splash. There is a Balam T Rexar and a Chocobo Kick. And yeah, we have like no removal. I gotta take the kick here. Travel the Overworld is fine, but I feel like I have lots of ways to get value, and I still just... I always put more value in just making sure I have ways to survive the early game. Oh, Ilmeg Pixie is excellent. We are not seeing a whole lot of black in this pack, so happy enough to move into a blue-green shell here and splash the black if we need. There is a Marlboro. I do like Marlboro. But there's also Jadur, although I don't think Jadur is particularly strong. It does turn on, like, trigger my Ultros. I don't know. Like, I don't really care about any of these cards. I guess I'll take Bard's Bow in case I need a 3. And now I will easily take a red-green land here. And yeah, this is looking to be quite nice. Do I play 2 Blitz Balls? Maybe. I don't care about the white land, and I don't care about this town. Oh, blue-green land is perfect. Alright, Dreams of Laguna I actually do not mind. That's a thing. Like, you kind of just like... That's why I didn't take the Overworld card. You just kind of like stumble on card draw in this format. Like, it's just not hard to get. So... Vane's Treachery I don't really love on the splash, so... We'll just splash the Cloud of Darkness here. Oh, another Torgal? That's perfect. Very, very happy about that. Just compare Torgal to... Like, Gubu Gardener I really like, but compare Torgal to it. Torgal is just way, way better. Also, I should do a human check. 4 humans? Okay. That's relevant, right? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 legends. That's very strong. Alright, Quistis is very, very strong. Now, we don't have like a million spells here. There is also another Gladiolus. So Gladiolus or Quistis, I think that's the option. Honestly, this doesn't look like a very good Quistis deck. Like, I just don't have that many removal spells. And I feel like with double Blitzball, I do want to ramp into just like absurd, like, you know, just... Gladiolus is literally the type of card that you want to ramp into. Sorry, I didn't say it very well, but I'm going to take the Gladiolus here. Now we have Chocobo Racetrack. There's Wind Crystal. Chocobo Racetrack and Combat Tutorial as options here. I don't think I need a third Geisel Greens, or World Map for that matter. I'm just going to take the Tutorial. We have lots of mana ramp. I'm happy with the Tutorial here. Now, how good is the Ultros? 1, 2, maybe 3. Put Ultros on the side. Bard's Bow also. Like, I'm trying to like separate like what's for sure gonna make my deck into and what I'm not 100% sure on. Chromatic Lantern. You know, this is just like a way worse Blitzball, I feel. Astrologian's Planisphere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I also have double Combat Tutorial. There's also Town Greeter. I want to try this card. Town Greeter is not as good in this deck. Like, I don't know. Let's try it. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if Town Greeter ends up being better, but I'm not super leaning into the graveyard stuff, right? Like, other than the Cloud of Darkness. So, I think I want to try this. I have a fair amount of spells, too. Now I'll take Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum as a good interactive spell. And here there is a 2-mana 1/3 Death Touch creature, which is fine, but Bal-MT Rexar and Blue-Red land is in this pack. I think I'm going to take Bal-MT Rexar. This thing just hits really hard. And I do think my mana is good enough, so having just like a nice land cycler seems really good. And same thing, like I feel like my mana is pretty good with double Blitzball, double Torgal. So I'm going to take Ice Magic here because I do feel like this deck does need more good interaction. So let's take that. So now we're on Ice Magic, Chocobo Kick, Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum, and Cloud of Darkness. So very, very happy about that. Another Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum, very happy about that. And now we take the red-green land over the Death Touch creature. Yeah, I mean, this is coming together very, very nicely. Quistis versus Dreams of Laguna. I'm going to take the Dreams, actually. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But I want to make the Ultros better. So, like, having a card draw spell Also, does it work with this? Whenever you draw your third card. Okay, never mind. It has to be a third card. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have taken the Quistis there. I just really like Dreams of Laguna. And don't need to play any of those cards in my sideboard. Let's take a look at our main deck. And what do we like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-mana plays, which is fine. Ice Magic is a 4-mana play. Can cut the Merchant. And honestly, this is probably a 16-lander. I have a Balam T-Rexar, double Torgal, Town Greeter, double Blitzball, Summon Fenrir, Ignis. Like I just, yeah. I think I can probably just cut a land. We're on 12 creatures, plus this is 13. Okay. Yeah, like, what am I going to get back with the Quistis here? That's the thing. Like I said, I think Quistis is fantastic in blue-black and blue-red, but, like, all I got is, like, Ice Magic. Quistising a combat tutorial is, like, whatever. So I have Ice Magic and Chocobo Kick as options, whereas a Dreams of Laguna allows me to continue, like, triggering this. I have a lot of ramp, so it just gives me stuff to do with my mana, and just make sure that I don't run out of action, which is always a concern, and also works with the Ultros here. Now, granted, Ultros isn't fantastic here. We have 4 cards that work with the Ultros, but it's a 2-drop, so I'm going to play it. Now, if there's anything else here to consider, I can maybe play 1 cop. Like, I do kind of think maybe I want another 2-drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Especially with double combat tutorial. Let's figure out our mana situation. Because I have Summon Fenrir, I do at the very minimum need 1 of each type of land. And green is by far the most important color here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green sources. Okay. And then we just cut an island here for sure. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Seems okay. And for red, we have more than... Yeah, we like our mana is just is like amazing. Actually, if anything, I'm going to play another forest here. Like, it is just so important to get Torgal or Town Greeter on, down on turn 2. And this still gives us 7 blue sources. But I just feel like green is just by far the most important thing for us to get going early. So let's do that. And yeah, now we just need to, I guess, cut 1 more card. I could maybe cut a Dreams of Laguna here. I want to live the dream, by the way. I want to be able to go Planisphere into turn 3 combat tutorial. Because that puts, like, turn 3 I get a 4/4. So I want to live that dream. Maybe 2 Blitzballs is too many. Especially with double Torgal. I can see cutting 1 Blitzball. Alright, yeah. Let's try that. You know, this deck looks sweet. I hope it plays out pretty well. Alright, now before round 1 starts, I just want to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons, and I am playing against LSV. Let's go. Oh, I got a mulligan though, so unlucky. So unlucky. Alright, what are these hands? Let's discard Ice Magic. I thought my mana fixing was good. Oh no. Like, my mana is actually good. Oh, this is brutal. Okay, there it is, there it is. Alright. Island off the top. We have all of our colors. Suplex? Oh, you jerk. I mean, I guess I'm still, like, not down a card in that exchange, but still. Alright, call the Mountain Chocobo. Luis loves drafting a control deck. That is definitely the case. Okay. Let's attack. I'm just gonna play this just because, like, obviously I have a chance of missing, but... Alright, do I want green or blue? Let's get green here because I have a double green card here in hand. Kick Cairn, I can never say this card. The Merchant. The Merchant. Okay, Ignis was a good draw. Let's name blue with this one. Alright, 2 red mana. What you got? Thunder Magic, sure. Good thing I didn't go for the Chocobo kick. Oh, getting back Vanille will be very nice if we ever get to that point. Combat tutorial on the Merchant, okay. Alright, that's certainly good. Ooh, Cloud of Darkness, okay. I mean, obviously that's pretty exciting here. Not great right now. Alright, let's just draw some cards. How good is Torgal right now? I actually don't think I want it. Also, the important thing here is I just want another permanent in my graveyard for Cloud of Darkness. Let's go green again, and we'll pass. This Merchant's really annoying, especially when Luis is keeping up all this mana. Alright, 4 cards in hand for Luis. Travel the Overworld. Nice. I mean, that's certainly one way to get an edge on in this type of matchup. Let's mill another Torgal. Okay, there's a Blitz Ball. Combat tutorial. Okay. I mean, at this point, I can just Chocobo kick the Merchant, right? But I gotta think here. Yeah, okay, so let's go. Okay. Okay. Do I want to crack this? No, not yet. I have enough legendary stuff going where I think I'm okay. I'd rather like we're just battling like just in terms of cards here. All right, you can put the black red card on the bottom. No, hold on. I'm gonna put the island on the bottom. They have all their colors. He has all his colors. It doesn't matter. All right, sure. Look at how many cards Luis has. Oh, you know what? Man, he better not kill me with Lab Maniac. That's all I'm gonna say. Fire Magic, okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. So he has to discard a card? Alright. Alright. Alright, let's just play Balam T-Rexar. I guess I should have tapped the Blitz Ball. They can suplex the Blitz Ball. Yeah. That was bad sequencing there. Sleep Magic. Yep. I mean, it's just a nice Grixis control deck with like infinite card draw. Vincent and Syncopate in the graveyard. I'm gonna die. I'm serious. I feel like I'm going to die. I'm going to die to Lab Maniac here. Like, how is he not playing a creature yet? You know what I mean? Although he probably knows that I just have creatures in my graveyard. Or removal spells in my hand. And I'm trying not to play this into open mana. He could have like the Leviathan card. Fatal Push. You know, normally my deck's really good at grinding people out, but LSV's got me beat. He's just like, you know what? I refuse to get out-grinded here. Flashback memories returning. All right, what do you got? I just hope... I actually just hope he decks. All right. Put a card on the bottom. I guess Vane's Treachery. All right, they have 6 cards left in their deck. I just need to make sure that I have an answer, once again, to Vane's Lab Maniac. Okay, so let's get Vanille. And Ignis. And let's play Ignis. Let's play that. So the way that I look at this is Ignis can actually exile things out of their graveyard, which is pretty good. Does it not feel like LSV has a Lab Maniac? Am I crazy? Oh, I need an instant speed removal spell so badly. I need an instant speed removal spell so badly. Oh my gosh. Alright, Suplex. They have a Vane's Treachery and an island left. Okay. Let's go Vanille. Does this lose all activated all abilities? No. Oh, this is not gonna get it done. Alright, let's play the Pixie. He's gonna get me. I'm gonna keep this land for a landfall card. He's gonna get me. I knew it! I knew it! Oh, this is so ridiculous. I told you from the beginning he had a Lab Maniac in his deck. Tap Enchanted. That's so ridiculous. I know it doesn't work. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? You know what? It's fine. Okay, at the very least, I thought we did a really good job showcasing the value and like the never-ending value that our deck's capable of. So 0-1. It's okay. It's okay. At the end of the day, our rank's still higher than Luis's, even after that, right? Oh my gosh. All right, well, Lab Maniac, I guess, is a weakness. All right, well, anyways, let's continue this and hope we can turn things around. All right, we have double Torgal. Obviously, this is legendary, so we don't want to... Oh, my opponent also has a Torgal. Maybe I should play another island. I've been, like, I mean, it's, like, small sample size, but I have been getting, like, Okay. Well, you know what? This might be a quick draft, folks. Turn 2 Torgal into turn 3 Saz. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. All right. I guess I'm digging for a Chocobo kick. Nope. All right. Well, you know, we came back 0-3 before. We're going to have to do this again. Are you kidding me right now? Turn 3 Saz into turn 4 Dion. Oh. Okay, you know, you can't even be mad. You can't, I think, what, you know? All right, well, that was a quick draft. Let's move on. We lost to Lab Maniac and turn 3 Saz into turn 4 Dion. You know, that's Magic the Gathering, folks. Some of you might have thrown your mouse out the window. We're gonna continue fighting. All right, let's try to imagine what other ridiculous way I can lose. I'm gonna keep this. I do have the Fenrir on 3. Just need to find a third mana source. Like 2 green sources on the draw with the Fenrirs. Oh yeah, okay. We drew a blue-green tap land. Very, you know, still happy with that. Absolutely gonna keep that. Okay, they might have some kind of counterspell here, I guess. Okay, no syncopate. We hit a black source, which is great. Fire magic for 2, okay. Alright, let's play another mana source. And let's go get a blue source for this. I mean, our hand is amazing. Whoa, the Prima Vista. Alright, what does this say? When you next catch creature spell, that creature enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. I kind of don't want to miss my land drop, so I kind of just want to play Vanille here. And then leave up a blue. Like, if I hit a land, that would be ideal, right? Okay, we didn't hit a land, so we'll just get the Ignis. And then let's attack. What does this do? Okay, so they can hit me for 4 randomly if they have a big thing. Sure. And like I said before, our hand is completely loaded. Yeah, honestly, this type of deck, probably the Town Greeter would have been better than this, but wanted to try it. Oh, I don't get to draw a card, huh? Okay, so we do have a Cloud of Darkness for 3, but that's not enough. Okay, let's get a... Ooh, we got a Town. And I don't think I have a 4 mana spell in my hand. So why don't we get the Town, gain some life, play the Town, tap this down before they get to untap, and then pass. Alright, so now Cloud of Darkness is for 5. Okay, they just played Clive. Alright. Okay, we're at 12. Let's kill Clive. And which one of these two do I want to play? I guess we'll play Ultros. Because I do have Dreams of Laguna in my graveyard. So I can use this to stun something. And Cloud of Darkness can block the Vista. Vista, however you want to call it. I imagine they don't want to trade this. Would be my guess. And a Warrior Sword. Okay. Fair enough. Wow. Rydia's Return can be good. I don't think I have lethal, though. Oh, I can freeze something. Oh, no, but they can still activate this. I mean, it's still not bad. Hold on, let me think. If they have 2 blockers and they have to block my 2 biggest things, they still take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. And then the Gladiola should be able to close things off. Or finish things off, rather. Oh no, Ultros doesn't get bigger. Sure. Wait, they didn't crew the Vista. They should have crewed the Vista. Alright, well we got one. Is this going to be the beginning of another improbable comeback? Here's the thing, like, I didn't have very much control over my losses, so it's really hard to tell if my deck is actually bad or if I just, like, got incredibly unlucky. So... Alright, on the play here, immediately when I decide to add an island, my opening hand is 3 islands. I'll keep this though because, of course, Dreams of Laguna is basically a mana fixer. Oh, never mind, we drew a green source right away. Alright, red-black, Demon Wall, okay. Still just play something to the board. I could always draw like a combat tutorial or something. Mythic Elder, okay. Let's attack. Yep, happy enough with that trade. I'm gonna pass here. Like, there might be a world where I want to fire off Stuck in Summoner Sanctum. But yeah, this wizard is obviously kind of annoying. But if I don't kill anything, like, what I would rather do here is just fire off double Dreams of Laguna, right? So the only thing is, like, maybe I should have fired this off in case I find a Torgal. This is, yeah, I mean, this is excellent. They get to sack the Elder, play this as a land, draw some cards, but you know what? At least they didn't add to their board. They're going to play that tapped, and now I get to just draw some cards. I'll keep a land here. I don't want a blue source. Blitzball I will also keep, I guess. There's my green. Alright, we'll play Blitzball here. It's awkward because I can't really do anything with the Blitzball. But I think that's okay. Like, we can still play Stuck in Summoner Sanctum. If they play something good. I don't know if these are technically good enough. Although, I guess I still want to cast it, because if I play this and they kill this, then, like, I'm still just behind, so... Whatever. I don't love this, but I just feel like I just need to use my mana in an efficient manner. Alright, I need, like, a black something. Like, some land that produces black. I guess we'll just do this. Yep, Light of Judgment. And that's why I fired off the Summoner Sanctum, by the way. I'm actually just going to fire this off on the 1/1 token here. And we'll play a land, and then we can flashback Dreams of Laguna. And I'm going to save the Chocobo kick here. But, hey, 3 flashback cards in the graveyard, so we still have plenty of stuff to do. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. They just have, like, infinite removal, okay. But we have lots of cards, so... Now we don't need any more lands. Warrior Sword, okay. I'll keep that. They have 2 cards in hand. Let's go Gladiolus. Is this whenever... Combat damage, okay. I mean, I should just be getting all the tap lands going. So let's get Guado Solemn. I'm keeping this island in hand, but I still just want a lot of mana, just because I do have the ability to play both of these if I need. If they move this over, I can still block. I'm at 13. I don't have a choice. They could play Vincent's Limit Break, I guess. All right, there it is. Wait. Oh, that does work. Sure. So it comes back. I mean, it's fine. Like I said, I have plenty more action in my deck that cost them a lot of resources. Tonberry is actually the more annoying card. Ice Magic. Okay. I can permanently shuffle something away. Summon Fenrir is good. Do I have basics? Am I running out of action? Okay, I got basics, okay. Okay. Play the land because I have ice magic and we'll pass, I guess. Alright, well now we're like officially out of action. I mean, presumably, they're not going to put this on top. They're just going to let it die. Yep. Holy cow. Okay. Oh, that is something. It's not great, though. Like, self-mill right now is pretty rough. Alright, that gains us life. We play Geisel greens. I don't have any legendary cards. What are my top-end win conditions? They killed 2 of them already. There's a Cloud of Darkness that's been exiled too. Like, I'm not going to have the biggest creature, so I should just chump block with the Fenrir. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So 3 lands left in our deck. We actually do have a lot of action left. 2 cards. Let's double block there. Wait, hold on. Yeah, sure. I mean, Fenrir was going to die anyways. They get a treasure. They have another Tonberry. Okay. Ignis Scientia. Okay. There's 1 land left. All right. Whatever. The way, I mean, at least the Ignis gets me treasures. Although, you know, honestly, I might want to attack with it and crack the Blitz Ball. If they have nothing. I'm hoping they have nothing. Please have nothing. Okay. I'm at 8 life. Alright, I mean, let's go. We drew a land. We have a lot of action left. Whew, that was fantastic. Bal MT Rexor. I don't think I need to make this one bigger. Okay, stuck in Summoner Sanctum. Alright, alright. That's something. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. I'm at 11. I have 6 cards left in my deck. Slow them down. I'm at 11 still, so. And that becomes a 5-3, which is still, like, that's fine. Okay. Ooh, another little flyer. Wow, we've hit, like, every single land, I think. Okay. Let's attack. I assume they're gonna block the Chocobo. Okay, they're at 5. I play the Pixie. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15... Yeah, we have 5 spells left in the deck. Exile target card. If a creature card... Oh, wow, they got flooded! Okay! Okay. Alright. A little bit surprised. A little bit surprised, but happy that we got it done. Let's keep this going, and we are now 2-2. Never give up, never surrender. Alright, we are on the play, and this hand is fantastic. We have the Astrologian's Planisphere. That's the best I got this time. God, I have not had this much difficulty pronouncing things than I have had in this format. Goodness. Now that's a bomb? Well, that's just not true. That is just not true. What do you do? Okay, sure. Let's ramp. Crossroads Village. I mean, I just want to get Mountain, right? Yeah, let's just get Mountain. I do have the Amacita. Okay. I mean, that card doesn't even do much, right? Like, I ramp. Okay. That was odd. Like, I am so happy with that exchange, you know what I mean? Balam T Rexar. I guess I top it? I mean, it's just such a good card. I mean, like, this is so much mana to move. I basically just killed this. And I have a 3-3. Oh, Garnet. Okay. Interesting. Ultros is very interesting. Man. Like, I kind of want to get a cycle the Balam T Rexar. Renoa Heart Lily. That's a good one. I mean, alternatively, I can just tap the Renoa Heart Lily with Stuck in Summoner Sanctum. Yeah, let's just do that. Like, if I don't draw land next turn, it's fine. Okay. Ooh, Summon Fenrir. Yeah, I'll keep that. Like, this is obviously slower, but it's still just, like, this is still all just good for us, right? Like, I get to play Fenrir, and I get to play Ilmeg Pixie, and they're down to 2 cards. And I have a 5-5 in play. Wow, 1-1 attacks me? Okay. You don't want to keep it back for Ultros? Oh, it's a legendary! Oh! Never mind. No, that was a good play. That was a bad play by me. Okay, we found a Blitzball, which I don't care. Well! No. Let's play Blitzball. Like, I could play the Pixie, but I think the Blitzball is generally better. Let's get a swamp with this, just in case. Attack. Would you like to take 6 damage? Well, my 2-drop is a 6/6 now, so I guess I can't really complain, huh? I mean, it's not crazy to just block with Ultros. Like, I don't have a big spell in my hand, you know what I mean? Okay, well, this is whatever. Okay, I'll just take this. Okay. Okay, we drew a land. Alright, so let's go Gladiolus. Gets a counter. Let's get, like, some kind of a land. Sure. Let's give... certainly this trample. Let's give this trample. So this is 10 damage? Okay. Alright, so they're at 2. And then I can play the Pixie. And honestly, next turn, like... next turn, I can even just cycle this for a land to trigger the landfall. Which might just be better than just playing this, right? Now, I'm at 15 life. I have the Gladiolus. Let's see if they have... okay, they do have a removal spell for that. Okay. They're probably going to attack me. We'll take it. Okay, land, and they passed. Okay, so we found a land. We're drawing a card. Chocobo Kick is the draw. Let's pump this. Wow. All right. I'll keep Vanille. And then we can move this to... Oh, hold on. Ah, I messed that up, right? No. We'll Chocobo Kick. Let's kill Garnet. Yep. And then I'll keep the land in my hand for the Gladiolus. Okay. All right. Got a lot of value there. Did not play that one perfectly. Ooh, I expertly paused the video as I was sneezing. 3-2. Only losses were to LSV and turn 2 Torgal into turn 3 Saz, turn 4 Dion. You know what? I can live with that. Because I think this deck is pretty fun. All right, triple island. All right, let's keep this Torgal on the bottom. Double Torgal. I mean, it is a real thing. You can absolutely get legend flooded. So you got to be very careful, like not going too nuts. Like, you know, like maybe consider taking something other than the third Torgal. You know what I mean? Okay, so they can't really kill it or counter it with Capital City Forest. Oh, no, they can have Thunder Magic or Lightning Bolt, actually. Yeah. Or Fatal Push. So there's a couple of things, I guess. No, it looks like they have it. Or maybe they're just land cycling. Sure. I imagine if they have a removal spell, they're really going to want to kill the Torgal. Although one other nice thing is if they don't kill the Torgal, I can feel pretty good about casting Combat Tutorial onto Torgal. And honestly, like if they don't kill, if they kill the Torgal, I think I'm still casting Combat Tutorial unless I draw a tap land. Oh, never mind. I guess I'm playing the Pixie. Like, there's too much value in being able to go tutorial and putting a counter on the Pixie. Queen. Ooh. And we missed on the land. Yikes. Okay. Okay, and then we have the land on. Okay, well. I mean, if I really wanted to hit on the land, I could have sacrificed 1 point of damage. And attack and surveil first, I guess. But it is what it is. I mean, fortunately, the red-green's like this. They're not going to have like a million spells, so it's not going to be like that strong. That's just me hoping, though. Okay. This seems like a decent play. And probably just want to bounce this token. Pump this and attack. Like, I still want to just make sure I can hit my land drops. So we'll keep that. Even though, like, I have Vanille to get lands, like, obviously, I can just play Vanille and get back a spell, right? So I do need to find a red source. Summon Fat Chocobo. Okay. Yep, I will block the queen. Oh my gosh, that's filthy. Okay. Okay. This is A mighty fine squad, folks. A mighty fine squad. I don't feel like I'm on the offensive. This is the best Queen Braun I've ever seen. Oh, into Gladiolus. Yeah. I mean, this is just a really nice curve, and I think we stumbled a little bit. Could have used maybe some extra removal. Or, you know, this is just the Queen Braun getting us as well. So, I don't even know what they want to pump here, but Gladiolus is very strong. Oh my gosh, they had a land too? Gross. Alright, we're at 4 life. And we have to deal with 3 things. And they have, like, equipment. Yeah, I mean, this is just game over. Oh well. Not every video can go super well. And our opponent got some really good value with that Gladiolus and that Queen Braun. And that Coral Sword was devastating too. Seems like a very straightforward... Whoa. Oh, because it gets trample? Yeah. Alright. Good games. Too much offense. Maybe we were like a little bit too slow. Maybe there's a little too much setup. But honestly, I don't think there's too much I can learn from some of our losses, right? So like, going back on this, we did manage to rattle off 3 in a row after the first 2 losses, which is great. And like, this deck had, like, look at my uncommon count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? 11 uncommons. We had a lot of good cards. We had pretty good mana fixing. We had some really awkward hands overall that ended up getting there, but like triple island, triple forest hands, which is obviously not great. We had just enough interaction, I feel, to like somewhat keep my opponents at bay. And then we had like the Torgal just died every single time. But all in all, I just think the quality of our cards was very high. And again, like we also just, our deck also had 4 card draw spells and Iridia's Return and a Vanille. Like everything just gave me value, right? Maybe it was value overload, but I got run over by the Gruul deck. That will happen sometimes, right? The opponent that went, that is literally, you will not have a better draw than turn 2 Torgal, turn 3 Saz, turn 4 Dion. Literally, like they're like the second and third best rares in the set, followed by an Accelerant on 2. So you're not going to beat that. And then LSV got me with Lab Maniac, which literally my deck has almost no answers for at instant speed. So if he plays it patiently and goes Lab Maniac plus card draw spell, I'm just dead. And he did. And of course we lost. So I actually think this deck was quite strong. And I think this deck was potentially capable of a trophy. I really do. It's just sometimes the matchups just don't go the way that you want. And you have to recognize that. Like sometimes I'll draft a deck and I'll go, yeah, this deck was trash. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, my deck was really bad. That's not the case here. I thought my deck was totally fine. Very solid, reasonable curve, good top end stuff, good ramp, good mana fixing, had a lot of it. I can certainly get run over and I can lose to some stuff here and there. But all in all, like if I were to, like I would be happy to register this deck in another draft and see how that plays out. One card that I was actually definitely impressed with in this deck, especially because I had a few more spells than I thought, was the Planisphere. I think I took an Ilmeg Pixie over one before. I'm still not sure. Like this, like flying is really good in this format. And if you ever play this on 2, it's just such a good feeling to be able to just attack and surveil every turn. So I feel like on average, if you combine like all your blue decks, on average, the Pixie will be better than the Planisphere. Now, will there be decks where the Planisphere is significantly better than the Pixie? There can be, but you're gonna be you're gonna need to be a very, very heavy blue, like spell-oriented deck, like a blue-red or a blue-black deck, right? So, granted, I didn't really have that pick here, didn't I? That was the last draft. Anyways, yeah. The Planisphere definitely was impressive, and I was pretty happy with that. Decent curve, solid deck, just didn't quite get there. A 10 out of 10, I would love to play this. This is not a 10 out of 10 deck, but I would love to play with this deck one more time. Maybe if I could like shave like one card draw effect for, I don't know, another like interactive spell or something. But I don't think I took these over like a Chocobo kick, right? So it's not like I did something like that. I don't know if I took one over like a bounce spell, but all in all, still reasonably happy with this. Actually, looking back at this deck, perhaps I should have played like a Bard's Bow. Perhaps I should have played like a Bard's Bow over like one of the card draw spells. I could totally see that being the case. All right. So that's like the one adjustment maybe I want to make just to make sure that I have more things to do on curve. But all in all, still a fun deck. And well, at least I get to put LSV in the thumbnail. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out once again to all the patrons. Also go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to just crack open some booster packs, or you wanted some singles to round out your collection or your constructed decks, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.